Before the video start, I want to thank you all for 500 subscribers, but I believe when this video is out, I'll already reach 600 subscribers, so thank you. But before I rate some customs, I'll go over some questions. The first question is if I would make a Steve Raglan and a Springtrap figure. I actually started a Steve Raglan figure, but I can't find a good base head for the figure. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and I have already made a Springtrap figure. It was my first video. And for the next question is if I would make pizza and pizza boxes for my figures. That's a good idea to add if I ever make a diorama. I'll keep that in mind. The next question is 1. What model did I use for the Springtrap figure? And 2. What's my favorite animatronic from fnaf? For the first question, I used Serta's Springtrap model from Sketchfab. And for the second question is really hard to answer. It's either Springtrap, Spring Bonnie, or Withered Freddy. And the next question is what is my favorite fnaf custom? My favorite fnaf custom is either Springtrap or Spring Bonnie. That was all the questions I got, so let's move on to the customs. For the first few customs are from Tyrannosaurus Rex. The first one is their custom Fredbear figure, which is really nice. I like the purple they used, and adding the cane give the figure some extra personality. I would rate this 9 out of 10. The next one is their Spring Bonnie figure. I like this one too. I think the head is done well, and I like the color palette. The only thing is that the paint is a bit thick in some places, so I would recommend thinning the paint with some water, but overall it's really nice, and I would rate this 8 out of 10. And for their last custom is their Withered Fredbear figure, which is really nice. I really like the withering and all the wires sticking out. The only thing is that the blood could be a bit darker, otherwise it's really so. I would rate this as 8 out of 10. Go check out Tyrannosaurus Rex. They make some really nice customs. For the next custom is from Springs 199. Is their movie Golden Freddy figure. I think it looks quite good. The only things I think they could be improved is that they could paint the inside of the mouth black and paint the teeth white. Other than that, it looks good. I would rate this 6 out of 10. Go check out their channel. They make some cool stuff. For the next pair of customs is from Razvan Muntean, Pi 4OM. The first one is Optimus Prime, and I know it's not fnaf customs, but they asked for permission to submit these, and I said it was okay. Now back to Optimus. To be entirely honest, I'm not a big Transformers fan, so I don't know much, but for being Lego and articulated, it looks really nice. I would rate this a 7 out of 10. It's the same thing for their Megatron figure. The only thing I would add is that I like the head a bit more, so I would rate it an 8 out of 10. Razvan Muntean Pi for OM is quite new to YouTube, so go and check their channel out. For the next 2 customs is from A.C.E. Productions, and for their first custom, we have a repainted fnaf 1 Freddy, and it looks good. The only thing I would change is to make the eyes stand out a bit more. I would rate this 7 out of 10. And the next figure is a repainted fnaf 1 Bonnie, and it also looks good, maybe a bit too bright in eyes. Doesn't stand out, but still very good. I would rate it at 7 out of 10. Go check out A.C.E. Productions channel. It's really cool. For the next customs, we have the Ultimate Figure Collector. For their first custom, they made a ruined Monty puppet, and it looks amazing, especially when it is made of fabric and easy 10 out of 10. The next custom is a ruined Chica puppet, and I really like the withering and paint. I would rate this a 10 out of 10. And last, we have a Glamrock Bonnie figure, and it also is amazing and easy 10 out of 10. There too. But go and check out the Ultimate Figure Collector for more awesome puppets. For our second to last customs is by Brickwall 103. Their first custom is Withered Bonnie, and I would say it's very good. I like the withering and the wires, but the teeth could be more pointy and the exposed foot be more boxy, but other than that, it's a really good figure. I would rate it an 8 out of 10. The next custom is Withered Freddy, and it looks very good. I like the head shape and the withering. The only thing I would change is to paint the endo and between the cracks. Other than that, it's an amazing looking figure. I would rate it 9 out of 10. And the last custom from Brickwall 103 is Shadow Freddy, and I'm really liking with this one. The purple color and the painted endo parts. An easy 10 out of 10. If you haven't already checked Brickwall 103 channel, then do so. And for our last person submissions, we have SpiderSkull and TeraWasp. And before I rate their customs, I would like to say it's super cool to have a YouTuber that you yourself have looked up to for years wanting to submit their customs. For their first custom is Withered Golden Freddy hand. I really like the sculpt work and attention to detail, and that the figure has an extra piece to make it sit. An easy 10 out of 10. The next figure is Withered Bonnie, and it's the same thing there. I really like the sculpt work and all the endo bits. You can see between the cracks. Another easy 10 out of 10. And the last custom for this video is Withered Foxy. And yet again, my favorite. Things about the figure is the sculpt work and the endoskeleton. And yet again, a 10 out of 10. If you haven't checked SpiderSkull and TeraWasp channel, then I would suggest it. That was all the customs and questions. I had very fun rating and answering them. I'll maybe make another video like this when we hit the next big milestone. The next video will be about Withered Bonnie, so stay tuned.